The road.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Had to, I had to hop on here with like a few
Powering
minutes to
on,
spare on the
mic
call.
off.
You're just roasting somebody with it.
Yeah, had to get my cell over the line.
Nice. Yeah, just message me, mate, if that happens again, and I'll just hop on if you want.
Powering
You're,
off.
kicking somebody on.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? For those in the States, happy Labor Day.
Hey, good evening to you guys.
Hey.
Cheapers, what's up with numbers? Normally there's like
probably a Labor Day.
Is it a proper bank holiday, is it?
Yeah. We make you co-host so you can let folks in.
No worries. Dave Barton. Everyone's been very quiet.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll jump into it.
Jimmy, check it out.
Look at that, mate. That's
We got it.
24 karat gold there, mate.
It's awesome, man. Thank you so much for putting this together. I'm still kind of at the beginning, but it's absolute fire.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Really do. I'll next time I'm in Canada, I'll come over and I'll sign it for you, all right?
Looking forward to it.
Whereabouts are you, man?
I'm in Vancouver, BC.
Yeah, just
on the West Coast.
Oh no, my mate's the other side. My mate's Toronto. That's the other side to you, right?
That's correct. Yeah, Toronto's the east side.
Yeah, my brother's Montreal.
All right, there we go. Hey, so what's going on, guys?
Doing well.
So thank you guys for having the cameras on. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, savages. All right. So for the folks that are new here, typically how this works is we're gonna, if anybody has a part in their script that they want to workshop with tonality, that maybe they want to improve on, or maybe it's not, it's giving them certain challenges, we can role play it here with Jimmy, and then as a collective, we all give constructive feedback onto how we can make it better. Sound cool? Sweet. Okay, so does anybody have a part in their structure that they want feedback on in terms of the tonality? No, not everybody going at once.
I would actually love, but I don't have a script prepared, because
That's
usually I do very little talking, and like I just recently just figured out basically today that I don't have a script because I never needed one so far. But I'm looking forward to have one, and then I would be open to get some guidance from you guys. You're the experts here.
Of course, you'll need a script. Like somebody sees those guns, like who's gonna tell you no?
That's it, mate. Yeah, you're gonna need a script, guys. In all fairness, you need something to work off. Kev, what's the crack? What do you want to do, bro? You want to go at it?
Yeah, please. If we can maybe just kind of start from the beginning, and I just kind of want to work on my flow and just everything. And if you guys can give me feedback on anything and everything, that'd be great. No
worries, man. Hey, listen. I know your avatars. What do you want me to? What would make most sense for me to play right now?
Can we do? You're a business owner and you already have an established sales team.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jimmy, it's just Kevin with ABC Company.
How you doing, mate?
I'm well. How are you today?
Yeah, doing well, mate. Doing well. just getting Monday out the road.
Good. So Jimmy, it looks like you booked into my calendar about possibly looking to get help with recruiting sales reps. I guess when you came across our advertisement, what was it that made you want to book a call with us?
Yeah, it was just the fact that you could put like a done for you option. To be honest with you, it's at a stage in the business now where I've been doing a lot of the sales management and running the team. Like we're the business is just forming. And there's a lot of other departments that I need to get involved in. So it was the fact of having something, obviously with the churn and all the rest of it. Like I don't really want to be dealing with the churn and the training and all the rest of it. So I suppose like the outsourcing model you mentioned was sparked my interest. Yeah. Okay,
gotcha. And can I ask, what is your company doing right now to find good salespeople?
Yeah, so to be honest with you, like we use Indeed, we use a couple of different sites. We do hire.
How long have you been using those types of services for?
Since we started, it's probably about the last 5 years.
5 years, okay. I'm just curious, Jimmy, what has you sticking with those services and those processes rather than maybe trying other things?
Well, I don't really know what else is out there, to be honest with you. They seem to be working up until now, but I kind of know that I just haven't got the time to dedicate to that sort of service, to that structure, I suppose, or that process anymore.
Okay, gotcha. And do you like the recruiting and hiring process that you currently have in place?
I suppose, like it's a bit frustrating.
Sure there.
Yeah.
Is there something you don't like?
Yeah, I suppose the fact that churn's so high. We've got it's the average lifespan of a rep with us is 6 months. So that's probably the biggest hassle that I have.
Okay, when you say churn so high, what does that exactly look like for you in terms of numbers?
In terms of numbers, yeah. So like we've got a crew of, we generally run off about 20. So we're always fluctuating at about a deficit of 4 sales reps. And,
okay. And how long has that been going on, Jimmy?
Yeah, since we probably established those sort of numbers, we worked out that's the sort of numbers we'd be needing to get to hit quota. That's probably like since the business really sort of reached its maturity, going back about 2.5 years ago.
Okay, and since that time, has that had an impact on your ability to generate more sales in your business?
I'd say so, most definitely, because.
Okay, in what way?
Well, half my sales team are generally juniors. So that's obviously going to impact on figures,
Okay. And I guess just so I can really understand, Jimmy, but besides you wanting to grow your sales team, what's really the reason that you're looking for a different strategy to recruit rather than, maybe just trying to figure out a way to recruit on your own or just continuing to do what you've been doing?
It's definitely the time aspect. Yeah, being able to, now the business needs me in other areas, so I just need to step away from this. Even if it is, I don't even know if what you do may even solve the problem in terms of like the churn, but like definitely the fact that I need to spend time away from the sales team and start dedicating towards like growing our coaching side of the business.
Okay.
All right, pop out. Yeah. How do you feel? Well, before we ask how did you feel, Jimmy?
Yeah, like fair play to Kevin. Like the actual flow was good. I would say there was a couple of little different technical parts which we can touch on if you feel it's appropriate, Road.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So we'll start with the tonality because that's why we're here. So like I felt that in terms of the flow, it was great. In terms of like the cadence, I felt it was a little bit flat. But like I think you're exactly where you need to be, if you know what I mean, because like the flow I kind of think comes first. And once you kind of got everything flowing in a nice, decent structure, which you have now, apart from one biggie, which I'll point out, now then it's the time to capitalize. But in terms of the flow, it was great. You did a double rationale. So there was a rationale in the situation questions, which can close an opportunity down for me to divulge certain things. Tactical use of questioning is quite binary. So I think it was just, you didn't need to do it there. And your interrupts were a little bit early. That's the way I found. I felt like if you just held off the gas a touch sooner, you would have got more from me. I just felt like you were shutting me down a little bit. But I'd say like those are the two drawbacks. I think it was a good call, a good role play all in all.
Yeah, like I'd have to echo Jimmy's sentiments. And first and foremost, hey, hats off to you for jumping into the fire in front of like a dozen people. That's not easy to do, right? So thank you for being a champ. Flat would, I was in my mind, I was thinking stoic. I'd recommend using a few like micro inflections for tonality, because there were certain things he was saying that just were, they might have been emotional for him. So if, rather than say, okay, got it, which may feel a little cold to someone, like acknowledge like, oh, okay, oh, I see, huh. So you can still stay along with the cadence of the conversation. There was one part tonality wise where I felt it was increasingly flat, that may impact the call and may not. When you ask the problems, the statement, do you like? So if you ask it, so do you like X, Y, Z? They may just say, yeah, no, and no. It may be flat. But if you add just a little bit curiosity into it, you may get them to think about it a little harder. Like, yeah, so you doing X, Y, Z for the last X, Y, Z years. Do you like what you're currently doing? Or insert whatever the thing is. Now, because there's that pause, there's that kind of cadence, they won't more likely give you a knee-jerk reaction. Because if you just say, yes, so do you like what you're currently doing? Yeah, you might get him or ha. But if it's like, yeah, I mean, you doing that for the last 6-7 years, do you like what you're currently doing to drum up business? And now it forces them to just think a little harder. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I'd like to ask a question, first of all, with
Go ahead.
feedback. So I guess when you and Rode say the cadence was a little flat, just to add a little bit more like tone to it, like it's a little bit monotone, is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah. Like don't be afraid. And I think sometimes we all, when we're in NPQ learning it, we all kind of get it neutrality, like mistaken with stoicism, where there's nothing there. It's still a person there, they're human, right? So just, oh wow. So if somebody says something that is like a negative, but it helps you with your solution, for me, I go, oh wow, that seems like trouble, or that sounds rough. So you sound empathetic, but at the same time, I'm not your friend. I'm just responding to what you're saying. So now we're having a full conversation, and they oftentimes forget that they're in a sales conversation. This is bro to bro.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. And
start using your hands and your facial gestures. So I was exactly the same as you. So probably still am a little bit. So yeah, just start using your hands, gestures.
Yeah.
Side, head, things like that. It'll force the tonality.
Yeah, if you see Jeremy is a wizard, right? Oh yeah, guys, would you guys mind turning your camera on so we can be fully engaged? You're the man. So give everybody a few seconds to turn it on.
Perfect.
You guys are
Don't worry.
legends.
I'm having a bad hair day as well, guys. All right. So if you're having a bad hair day, have it together, right?
Yeah. I'm not that attractive either, so don't feel ashamed.
Is my video working on? No, it's not. I'm on a new device, and I'm not sure how to get this camera to come on.
No problem. Tech
We'll-
issues
We'll
won't,
forgive
won't,
you.
won't kick you out. I know Abraham had his hand up first, and then Vince is after.
All right, cool. So I'm getting a lot of, I have to like probe and clarify a lot during problem awareness,
Okay.
having that as an issue. And I'm realizing it's because my question's not coming across right, or they're not answering the question. And usually
Okay.
it's a tonality issue, right?
Yeah.
So is it okay if I role play situation to problem awareness?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's solar, right?
Yeah, solar. I sell solar.
B2B
So-
or private house?
I'm kind of like a broker. So I started this thing where people can check out different contractors.
Yep.
Vice opinions are going. Yeah. So we're doing that. So walk me through the process of what I have kids. Give me a second.
No
That's the
problem.
problem with the sales
What's
call.
Walk me through the process of what you're currently doing with your electricity during the summer and winter months.
You know what? Before you do that, let's start from the top so we can follow along.
Connecting? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a call booked. So normally I'm knocking on your door and I'm scheduling a phone call. That way it's least resistant.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of trying to get in the door. So Road, what was it that I said at the door that caught your attention or got you a little curious to book this?
You're talking about saving money on my bill, and hey, who doesn't like saving money?
Okay, cool. And so I guess what are you currently doing right now with your electricity during the summer and winter months?
Paying too much. Got 3 kids, got the AC on. No bueno.
Is that all year round or is it just a summer thing?
I mean, summertime, like year round, these kids are in school, so doesn't affect me that much.
Okay, cool. And who's the one normally like paying the electric bill or seeing these numbers?
It's me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think got you involved into these like high electric rates?
Had too many kids, man. Like, take the kids away, they'll be
Yeah.
gone.
So, I mean, do you like your electric bills with San Diego Gas and Electric?
Say it again.
So, do you like your electric bills with San Diego Gas and Electric?
Oh no, it's too high. I'm paying too much.
What do you mean? Like, how high
Yeah.
does it get?
Some months it's 200. If I'm lucky, other months it's 150. About like I got neighbors that are paying like $60. So
Holy
something,
cow.
yeah, something's not right.
Okay. And what do you think is causing that, like 200 or 150 that you're getting right now?
Didn't put my kid in the summer camp, Yeah.
Though trying to do that. How do I explain this? I mean, I guess I got to see the rationale behind you like checking out solar to save money. I mean, besides just the savings and trying to get rid of that $200 and $150 bill. I mean, what's the main reason why you're wanting to save money with solar instead of just doing what you've been doing and just paying SDG?
Yeah, pause. Yeah. And how'd you feel when I responded to you?
Nervous because I
That's
know I'm
cool.
talking. But second,
That's cool.
I forgot the next probing question. So normally I would try to dig deep and I usually ask like, how long has the 150 and the 200 been going on for?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there I asked like, okay, so why check out solar now though? And then from there
you
Yes.
seem conversational to me,
Yeah.
except when I didn't answer how you thought I was gonna answer and I threw you off. It seemed like that's when you went in your head. And in your head, you're kind of dead.
Sorry, wife needed the keys to go get the kids.
No problem. Yeah, no. A lot of times it felt like you were thinking about what you wanted to say next. So if I didn't say what you had lined up perfectly, it threw you off. And that's
Yeah.
when your tonality got a little weird.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure you have a tonality issue. You may just have like a in your head issue.
Okay.
Let me try to do solo with you. All right. Now, preface this, I have no idea anything about solar. All right. So I may say something stupid. Okay. Don't
Yeah.
about me.
No, I mean, problem awareness is not that big of a deal. It's just, when you get supposed questions, that's when you gotta know a little bit.
Okay. So let's try it. All right. And you tell me how I feel. Like, I mean, I don't mean that in any way because I know your wife's back there, but you tell
Yeah.
me like how that goes on in your head. All right.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey Abraham, it's just Road with XYZ Solar. How's it going today?
Okay, man. Just have a
Yeah.
routine, doing the same old thing.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And yeah, it looks like you booked in this conversation to talk about possibly getting some help with your power bill. Just want to make sure, is this a good time?
Yeah, this is a good time.
Okay, and just curious, what actually inspired you to reach out and book this call?
Oh, yeah, I think there was a guy that knocked on my door, and he just kind of said that I can save some money and avoid the rates going up. So that's kind of
Yeah, possibly. And just curious, what are you currently doing now with your power bill?
I just kind of use it, right? Just kind of pay the bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does the bill fluctuate from month to month, or is it usually the same?
Yeah, it definitely fluctuates.
Oh, like what's
Past is pretty high because of the summer. So
okay, and like what does it fluctuate to?
it can get up to like 300, man.
A month?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. And just curious, like when it gets up to the 300 a month, like what happens?
I just gotta pay it, man. It's just,
do you I mean, like, do you like paying like those $300 bills?
No, of course not. I don't.
Okay. And I mean, just curious, besides like the bills fluctuating and going up to $300, what's the real reason, or what's the main reason why you're looking to possibly switch things up rather than just, I mean, suck it up like you've already been sucking it up and just pay the bill?
Well, just I guess I don't know, man. I kind of
Yeah, because if you got
I was a little curious about the whole zero down thing you guys said at the door, so that's kind of what made
yeah,
Yeah.
but like if I mean, before speaking with me today, what have you done about actually bringing that bill down?
nothing, man. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm just curious, what's prevented you from kind of addressing this issue in the past?
I guess just never thought there was another option. Like I never kind
Okay, and if there was another option, would it be important enough for you to actually save that $300?
absolutely, man.
Oh, okay. And like if you were able to save the $300, what would that allow you to do that you maybe can't do now?
I don't know, probably do
Okay, pause. Like how
Yeah.
how that feel for you?
it felt good. I felt like were you getting into solution awareness right after the
Yeah.
So this is a learning experience for me. So I never know that you can get pain out off of solution awareness. So I'm always trying to get something between like to rationale and trying to probe and then force it. So I kind of thank you for that.
No problem.
Yeah. Had no idea that. I guess I had such a structured step where I'm like, stay in problem awareness until you get all the problems out. And that was kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so now I know that I can just kind of smoothly go into solution awareness and plug in what they said. It felt smooth, felt really, really easygoing.
Appreciate it. Like,
Yeah.
did it help? But did it help you out?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Okay.
It did. I can see how you like getting some hooks from like a couple of things that I've said and used it against me, like just like, hey, you know, you've been sucking it up so far. Why not just like keep doing that? So that was really good. And then usually that's what happens. Most people say I just kind of deal with it. So thanks for that, Rod. Appreciate it.
No problem. Jimmy, you about to say something, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'd say that there's maybe like just something I picked up on there. Just wanted to point it out, although this is obviously not tonality. If you're trying to find problems in solar and not moving on, it's quite a binary product. They're there to save money. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't like really be sort of like trying to dig their grave for them or really trying to find like a hell of a lot of pain.
Yeah.
When it's just like you knocked on their door, so it's not as if they've even really been out looking. It's more sort of like they've taken you up on your offer. So I would say like, just because it's problem awareness is the place to find pain, don't be over trying to find it, because it's just start to sound weird.
Yeah.
Because solar is one of those things whereby it's just not like a pain thing. People are just like want to save money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a thought.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. That's the exact route that I took, where I just wanted to get somewhere where we can start thinking of, we had a quantifiable amount of money he's paying, and he does not want to pay.
Yeah.
So that's a pain in itself. So I just need to bring awareness to what would you do with that money if you didn't like have to pay that high bill. And now you start thinking about like what you would do with that.
Yeah.
Just expand the scope as well, like $4,000 a year. I know it's not tonality, but play to your strengths.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, you guys.
No problem. Thanks for jumping out. Vince, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Rod?
Live and blessed. Live and blessed.
Yeah, so I want to work on my triage call. I feel like there's a lot of things I need to work on. Maybe one's on the tonality, and the other ones are just like understanding the questions. I feel like sometimes I'm just going through the script and I'm not really understanding like where exactly to go or which exact pain point I should clarify and probe on.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, and even the rationale questions sometimes get like a little bit jumbled up on that, like not sure what to plug in. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to say this, this, and this. And sometimes some prospects get kind of confused. You know, like, I don't know any other way to say it.
Yeah, like that. This is the best place to say that. Best place to say that is here. We can workshop it. How do you feel your tonality is when you're asking the questions that you don't feel too comfortable asking?
I mean, I used to speak like a lot fast. I mean, I still speak pretty fast in general, but I try to lay down on the coffee. Steve's recommendation on taking lion's mane and like this other thing, so it helped me just like relax a little bit. So no, full transparency, I used to be an extremely fast talker, like extremely, but after you work on it, you can just slow it down. Now let me ask you, do you feel on these calls, do you feel a little nervous? To be honest.
Yeah, because if you feel if you feel a little nervous, cool, but if you feel like a lot nervous, then you start to have that fight or flight type of thing, and it comes out in your cadence. So what part of the call are you most comfortable with?
I'd probably say the introduction to the situation awareness, and then when it's the problem awareness, that's where I could use a little bit more work for that part.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where we're going to work on. So let's start off where you're most comfortable and then work to where you're least comfortable, and then we can get a good benchmark. So take a
So
deep
start from-
breath.
Yeah, start from just the beginning then, from like the
Yeah.
introduction? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
is this,
it'd be you and Jimmy, and I'm gonna sit
Oh.
back and I'm observe.
okay.
Do it. I'm primed. I'm pumped.
You remember my offer and everything, right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, is this Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jimmy, it's just Vince from Scaling with Systems. I saw you you downloaded our free program to possibly get help scaling your business. Do you have a few minutes right now?
Oh, remind me again who you are?
Yeah,
Ring
so
rings a bell.
it's a free program to help you scale your business.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, gotcha. Nothing likes free, man. You sure it's free? No, I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah, go ahead, man. Sorry, man. I busted your chops too much now. Yeah. How
no
can I
problem,
help?
Jimmy. I don't want to assume anything. Like, have you found the help you're looking for in regards to scaling your business, or are you still looking?
No, man. It's a good point. I was just talking to my business partner. No, yeah, we're still looking. That's for sure.
Okay. So I guess when you download that program in the first place, like what actually initially attracted you to download that program?
Well, I must have seen an ad of yours some time ago and kept popping up, and then I saw you had this free PDF, and yeah, I downloaded it. It was quite useful. It gave me some good insights into how to compartmentalize my business. What was it? Yeah, it was talking about ABC that really stood out.
Okay. So I guess if there could be one thing that you can move the needle for your business, like what would that one thing be though?
I think for me, it's creating like the daily SOPs for the team.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
And what are you currently doing right now for building out your SOPs?
For the digital marketer we used, he'd done a similar one for his fitness businesses, so we just emulated his, to be honest.
Okay. And is that how you actually got involved to do that?
What do you mean?
Or actually, before that, I mean, like how long have you been doing it that way?
Well, we stole his handbook, his staff handbook, about 2 years ago, and we just made it our own, really. Just put our own brand on it and whatnot.
Interesting. Okay. Well, stealing his booklet on this. Do you currently like the way that you're doing it his way?
It's okay. It's not too bad. Our business is bigger than his, so it's creaking under the weight of our business operations are a little bit more complex than his. So.
Interesting. I mean, Jimmy, to me, it sounds like things are going fairly well for you. I mean, is there anything that you would want to change about your SOPs if you could, though?
Yeah. Just have them so they're appropriate for like the size of business that we are. We've got 3 facilities. The managers going through a run of managers. Like, yeah, we just need something just to stabilize the ship. Really, what we're going right now is just like, just doesn't get read, and yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned that you're trying to stabilize the ship. Like, what does that actually mean, though?
Good question, man. You're full of these good questions. I appreciate it. You got my brain working on Monday here. So yeah, we just we got multiple sites. We seem to be getting a lot of staff turnover, especially in like the management.
Oh man.
Yeah. So like we've been through 2 managers in the last 6 months. We just train them up, and then they tend to head on for one reason or another. So that's a big thing for us.
So the turnover of the higher management, this has been going on for 6 months, or how long exactly?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's probably like 2 years since we stepped out of the business.
It's quite a long time.
Yeah.
And knowing that it's been, like 2 years, has this had any kind of impact on you?
Me. Yeah. Gray hairs.
Okay.
and having to do like 4 a.m. Yeah, that's because we haven't got managers to fill the positions, and I'm having to go in back on site and
Yeah.
fill the gaps, man.
Gotcha. Well, I guess having those gray hairs and, you feeling a little bit stressed out, like, why is this important to you now?
What do you mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, why is it important for you to make a change in your business, to change the SOPs at this current time?
Well, I guess because things aren't working the way they currently are. We're just getting pulled into the business. We swore we'd never do that again. Get pulled into the business. We couldn't, because we had to, sacrifice our private lives and all the rest of it, and we just back to square one. It's quite frustrating.
Okay. Yeah, Jimmy. So I'm just trying to understand the rationale. Besides reducing the turnover, what's the main reason you're looking to possibly get like a different kind of SOP rather than just using the same SOP you stole from that one guy?
How about? Oh, I love the fact that you kept calling him a thief.
What do you think, Rude?
Yeah, don't do that in real life, though.
Okay.
Yeah, unless it's jokey.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. I can see now speed to me works two ways, because you have somebody like Tyshawn Warren talks very fast,
Mhm.
but he's a absolute killer, making a metric ton amount of sales. So speed isn't a negative thing. It's important though how it's delivered. Now I think for you, the speed of the way you're delivering things, it may come at somebody like a full locomotive. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I recommend spacing out those words a little bit more, so you give the person time to really hear what you're saying. Because one thing speed might do is if you talk very fast, like based on thinking very fast, it's like had that a problem for you? No. No, it's like very binary. We don't want that. We want them to really bring awareness to the situation, like, oh. So then that'd be my biggest recommendation for you. Outside of the role plays, just talk to yourself. That's what I did for me, because I naturally talk fast.
Yeah.
So just it sounds super elementary, but literally just in the morning time, A, B, C,
Uh,
D. I can't tell you how many months I spent doing that, and for me it worked.
so what do you think of the current speed I did on this role play? Think that's slow enough, or go even slower?
I think still go a little slower.
Yeah.
But just so, like, because you have a unique, well, not unique, you have a common problem. One, you just joined NAPQ 3.0 over the last couple of weeks, right?
Actually, I've been in the program for like I think 3 months.
Okay, yeah. So how much of it do you fully like comprehend yet?
Well, I thought that I understood it like a while back, but then I started like asking questions with the different coaches. And I'm like, man, now I don't even know anymore. So
No,
yeah.
but that's fair, right? So I think that also, exactly to Michael's point, I think because you're still learning NAPQ, and we all are. Jeremy's been doing this for like 22 years, right? But I think for you, especially because it's a new sales structure, you're still figuring out where I should go. So that kind of compounds the nervousness. So you're speeding up. The more you practice, the more comfortable you get, and the more that you understand the questions that you're asking and why you're asking them, then in your mind you'll start to realize, oh, this question is used to induce this response. Okay, cool. And then it becomes your own, and then you say it very naturally in your own cadence, in your own thought process.
Okay. And then,
Does that make sense?
yeah. So going back to the spacing out the the phrases with the questions, like how should I space that out?
What do you mean?
You mentioned that I should just like space out my my questions.
Yeah,
Like how do I space it out exactly?
that's more of a art than a science, because
Okay.
you're very different than me. So I can't tell you to space it out like this, right? Because it might not feel natural to you. I'd recommend record yourself.
Mhm.
Like record yourself asking the questions. And then when you listen back to it, be completely unbiased.
Okay.
Like, was that too fast? Was that too slow? And then once you find something that sounds good, just either listen to it over and over or repetition, practice it until it starts to feel more natural.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a good book, man. It's called Overachievement.
Okay.
And basically it says like there's this training time and this trusting time. And right where you are at the moment is you're trying to put your conscious realm into like your trusting time.
Mhm.
It's like your training time is like when you practice and you do your reps and that sort of thing. And this trusting time where you just got to let loose. You just sound very constricted.
Yeah.
In your nervousness, and you just have to let that go. So I'd recommend reading that book. Like
Okay.
I've read the first chapter yesterday and it just blew my mind. I haven't found a lot of value in the rest of the book yet, but like that just opened out like a whole world to me as to like you know, like why people fluff it on
Mhm.
delivery is because they're trying to overcomplicate it. You do
Yeah.
your training and your training, and after that it's like the door's shut. I'm just there. I know my stuff,
Yeah.
and I just listen, and I pivot and I twist and I
Yeah.
turn. So that's like rule number one.
Okay.
And rule number two is that, because like you can see, I'm big into this woo-woo stuff, yeah.
Same.
It's like you're so softly spoken that generally like people are just gonna, especially like you're kind of doing like semi-cold outreach, they're just gonna walk all over you, man.
Yeah.
So like I think like from a matter of like being like the best rep you can, knowing that you believe and trust in who you represent and sell for, like what does the person sound like who hops on that call and doesn't, they've still got that approachable, kind, warm tone.
Mhm.
It just doesn't sound like a pushover, because you've got a great tone, but it's very soft. You know, so like what does that sound like? Somebody who can hold that conversation that doesn't get walked. I would say if you're opening like the opportunity for alphas,
Yeah.
just to say he just sounds a bit soft, they're just gonna like crunch the door on him, you know. So like what does that sound like? And to me, possibly it's just like, could it be like just deepening your tone a little bit, because it's great, it's really, you got real good tone, but like it's just very light. So like that would be my advice, is just come across as a little bit more harder in your tone. That's what my honest thoughts are.
Is there anybody who can like emulate, who went from like soft spoken to more assertive or anything like that?
Mm.
Mm.
More than emulate someone, I'd recommend, because even the just the questions, right?
Yeah.
So if in my mind, if you're gonna call somebody that downloaded something, um scaling with systems, that's Ravi Abuela, right?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. And what's the main problem you guys solve?
We're trying to solve the problem of people are working too much in their business, and we're trying to automate their businesses so they have more time.
Okay. And if somebody downloads a specific PDF, in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Real simple. Hey Vince, it's just Ro with Scaling from Systems. We had saw that you had downloaded our PDF on how to like systematize your business, so you're not working so much in the business, but more so like off it. And then we just wanted some feedback as to how is that going for you in terms of the PDF.
Okay.
And now we have a conversation about feedback, right? Rather than it's more about a free Because when I hear free, kind of what Jimmy did was really good there. If I hear free, I think of either you sell me something because nothing's free,
Yeah.
or at the value is low. But if you downloaded something, right now, there was a reason why you downloaded it, so that means there's something there. So I'm gonna call you to ask you, yeah, like we just want to see how that was going for you, right? Okay, yeah. And what made you download? Just curious, just for our feedback, what made you download that in the first place? And now you start a conversation, dialogue, and then you can do you can book in a triage if needs be because they weren't expecting it, or you can do triage there if they have the time.
Okay.
Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I used to do that for an NLP company, man. We did exactly that. People downloaded PDFs,
Mhm.
and I just edified myself as the head of marketing, and I asked them just a very quick customer service call, like, what platform did you find us on? And then that just broke the ice. And I said, I see you downloaded like a PDF on XYZ. Like, what was the rationale? What was the reason why you downloaded that?
Yeah.
And then that got me into situation questions then. Well, it's because I'm trying to fix, or like my self-belief. Okay, and like, what are you currently doing now in order to currently fix your self-belief, if I may ask? What got you into doing it that way? And bang, you bang on script.
Yeah.
So it's just you're going under the radar, and you're edifying yourself. People want to speak to you because they sound special. They feel special, don't they? Because like the marketing manager, the VP of marketing wants to speak to them.
So are you saying that I should be like an authority behind my questions to make me sound more of an
You could just yeah, you could
more assertive?
get no Jimmy's spot on because even for me, for my for the brands that I sell for, I never say I'm a sales guy. If they book on my calendar, the people who book them let them know that I'm like the senior director, right?
Yeah.
So that when they're speaking to me, one, it's different than like a strategist, but like senior director, it's senior and it's director, so they feel as if they're talking to somebody important, and it just gives me a little bit of a okay. And you do the same thing.
Okay. Good. Got it.
Yeah. Good point.
All right, Ravi Rav, what's going on, my boy?
Hi,
Yeah.
all good, all good.
What are you looking to workshop?
I'll start from the beginning for a triage call.
Okay, sweet. And the triage call, they booked into the triage call, right?
Yes, yes.
Sweet. All right. So Jimmy makes the best prospect. So like.
Okay, so the offer is PR plus lead gen, and you can be a financial advisor.
Sweet.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, is that Ravi? Is it?
Yeah, this is just Ravi from XYZ.
Hey, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Just about here being boring. How about you?
Boring. Don't believe that for a minute. I thought you
Yeah.
were PR out. How can you be boring and sort my PR out at the same time?
Sorry, I missed the audio in that.
I said, I hope you're not too boring. Like I'm looking to somebody to sort my PR out.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can definitely look into that. Just curious, like, what actually inspired you to have this conversation?
Yeah. So, well, a little bit about me, man. Yeah, just gone and my dad is a financial, got a big accounting firm, and yeah, we just decided that it's about time I spread my wings. So yeah, just you know, sort of taking my black book of clients and going out there into the echelons, into the ecosystem on my own, and just want to stamp my own brand. Really, I just want to be known as Jimmy Reese Hopkins Jr. You know, I want to go out and stamp on things. Yeah.
And when you say you just started out on your own, like, have you done anything in terms of marketing or stuff like that?
To be honest with you, I've led kind of like a sheltered marketing life. I've had it, a lot of my clients hand it to me, which is a double-edged sword, really. Because to answer your question, no, not really.
Okay. And like, besides getting these clients from your dad, like, do you like the approach that you have now in place?
I don't really have one, Ravi. That's the reason I'm on this call. Yeah, just I've got my little black book. I've got enough clients to make a small practice, but looking to take on the world.
Okay, and when you say that, like you have a little black book and you have your previous clients, like how's that been working for you?
Fine at the moment. Yeah, there's like I was saying, you know, I've got the hallmarks of my own practice here. If I wanted to keep it, I dare say a lot of that black book of clients will stick with me for the time being. But I want to see if I can scale this up a wee bit.
Scale, like I just don't want to assume anything. Like, what exactly are you looking to get by getting featured in the media? You mentioned scale. Like, what exactly is that?
Yeah, I think it's more. I want to be able to operate from, you know, I'm currently got a small office in Belfast. I'd like to move down to Dublin, have a large practice there. I'd like to be able to probably quadruple in size, quadruple the number of clients that I have, and I'd like to do that within the next, let's say, 3 to 4 years.
Okay, and would it make sense if I ask a couple of questions about your business just to see if there is a possibility of us being able to help you?
Of course, I wouldn't expect anything less.
So what do you feel is the value propositions that you have?
Yeah, so I niched down into a lot of specific areas of corporate that, you know, such as businesses going under, that sort of thing. So I've got a lot of experience in specific niches. Yeah.
Okay, and
strong points.
What kind of an angle, what kind of a story angle you would like to share with the world?
Just being able to mitigate losses. So the number of businesses that both my father and I have helped when they've been wrapping up, you know, being able to save money on taxes and, you know, other losses. So, you know, there's the people who've unfortunately had those failing businesses have been able to step out without a blemish on their record and start trading again within a short time frame.
Okay. And if I may ask, like, who besides you, of course, like, is responsible to see that you scale your business in the coming time?
Just me.
All right. And can I ask you a silly question?
No, yeah.
Why now? Like, why now?
Well, I'm full of the zeal now, man. You know, I've stepped away. I've made the commitment. I've left the office. Got my own office. Like, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And these calls are just for around 10 minutes, and I respect your time. Like, and if you think it is appropriate, what we can do is we can book up another call in which we can dive deep into this and look into the possibility of us being able to help you. Like, would that be appropriate?
Yeah, I was hoping to get a bit more information from this call. I mean, have you got any information you can supply me now, or is this just the way it wraps up?
No, definitely. The way that we help is like we help professionals like yourself get featured in the media so that they get the leads and they are having the kind of credibility that they are looking to get. But we need to understand a little bit more about you and your business just to see if there is a possibility of us being able to help you. So would it make sense to have another call to discuss, to dive deep into this and look like what may be possible?
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Good job, Ravi. Like, one thing I really liked was your what's the word? I forgot what Jimmy calls them. Like your
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it felt very conversational. Even the last deflection question when Jimmy threw that curveball. Good job. You didn't seem shocked. You acknowledged him. That's not a problem. And then your tone felt like you weren't there to sell him anything. like, which is, in my opinion, a weapon. Because if they don't feel like they're in a sales process based by your tone, then they're more open to what you suggest because they're not closed off.
Yeah. What I was impressed with, Ravi, is like you know, the last couple of weeks, months, you like you're a lot clearer than you were.
Yeah,
But also, it almost like there's no synaptic gap
exactly.
between you hearing a question and you being able to supply like a fairly bulletproof rebuttal.
Mhm.
There's a tiny bit like 30-second question, what we do is like, but apart from that, like I felt like you were in real control of the call, which was
Yeah,
it's almost as if you can see that you've got like this maze in your mind, or this flow in your mind, or you said that, I say that, I said that, and that's the hallmark of a good student. So like I really enjoyed that. And you like Rode said, you like threw you a couple of fastballs there, and a lot of people would just like they'd throw their cookie cutter in there, and it
yeah,
would start to sound a little bit incongruent. But because you were versatile, and this is for everybody, guys. All right, like Ravi's been a diligent student, so I don't know how much time he's put in, or whether he's got like a real good brain for remembering stuff. But like once you know, like that, once you train hard, fight easy. Okay, so he knows his script inside out, which basically means he can flow with it now. Did anyone pick up on that? You just sounded really natural.
yeah,
And like he's straight out of the NEPQ book, Black Questions as well.
yeah,
So for some reason, he's got like probably like one like me, and he's got this big flow on his wall, like, you know what I mean? He's been practicing it, so like it stands out.
yeah.
Work me.
Really good, really good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's a
Thanks. I
lot
appreciate
better,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Let's open up the floor for the last 3 minutes. Anybody have any questions on anything? Doesn't have to be tonality related. Oh, okay.
Actually, I do have a question then, just to make sure. So yeah, so you said that since I'm like soft spoken, then I need to just practice speaking slower and then come up as an authority, right?
Mhm.
To combat against the soft spokenness.
Yeah. Pick one thing. Right? Pick one thing, like because what I wouldn't recommend is like have these 3 things that you need to do, because you do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd say just write down one thing that you're going to attack this week for tonality, and just work on that. Record yourself today
Mhm.
because it's the beginning of the week, and then record yourself again by Friday, or you can do it all 5 days.
Huh.
But then you can listen to like whatever your course of action is. Like if it's simply talking slower, what are some ways that would help me talk slower? Right? And then just do that for the next 5 days, and then engage on the 5th or 6th day how you sound, and then just play the 2 back. Do you like where you are? If you don't, we need to get back in there. If you do, keep doing that. So the moral of the story is whatever you're doing, don't stop doing it. So
Okay.
for the next 5 days, just do that.
Okay.
What does a curious VP of marketing sound like?
This I'm very curious.
Well,
Is
I mean,
it?
authoritative, curious, bedside manner,
it's something.
like wanting to help, but would be affronted if somebody got arsey to use
Yeah.
that in America.
Yeah.
It's just like almost like
Um,
I don't understand. This is just very quick customer service call. You sort of inquired into our services.
yeah.
It's just not going to take up much of your time. It's just
Fr-
curious.
Yeah, and fry your eyebrows up too, because when you're curious, you know how to be curious. You're like, hold
Yeah.
on, wait, what? If somebody came up to you that you didn't know and were like, Vince, give me my money, right? That you don't know,
Yeah.
you might think you're getting robbed, or you're like, wait, what? Why do I owe you money? Just think of times where you were genuinely curious, and just do that, because everyone knows how to be these emotions. It's
Yeah.
just we're trying to get them on command here. And it's not natural until it's natural, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Just maybe go on YouTube and find out, like look for like a CEO doing an interview. How do they speak? Questions they ask. How do they cross their legs? Do they put their hands over like they're on the side? What do they call it? Shark Tank, isn't it? We call it.
Oh
the
yeah,
Handmaid's Tale.
yeah, Shark Tank. That's a good one.
All right.
There was a
like
good, it was a good.
Powering on, mic off.
Matt actually put me on this one. Watching the Hamilton the movie, but a recording of the Broadway play. Watch the main guy and how he inflects and modulates his tone. Amazing. He's a master of tonality.
Okay.
All
Awesome.
right.
Yep.
Well, you guys are rock stars. You guys on Labor Day, if you're in the States, you showed up to work and do some training. So my hat goes off to you guys.
Okay,
Same
guys.
time next week, same place. Take care,
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Take care then.
Thank you.